Hello, welcome to the video seminar on exhaust gas measuring system for an automobile using Freescale Kinetic L Series MCU. Project ID FSL166. First and foremost, let us see the problem statement in the proposed design. In the past few years, automobile industry has significantly grown. This has resulted in increasing demand in curbing the emission of harmful particles like CO and NOx from an automobile, which affects the environment in a severe manner by polluting the atmosphere. This design thus proposes a solution which involves an efficient embedded system for measuring exhaust gas particles such as NOx and CO using calibrated sensors and displaying the output on a 16x2 LCD. The design enables the user to identify whether the emission levels are in check according to the standards. Further, the design serves as a portable device among traffic control officers to make sure stringent emission checks are possible on the spot. Talking about hardware used in the design, we have Freedom KL25Z board, which is used as the MCU. MQ7, which is a CO sensor, is used for calculating CO presence in the sample, whereas for NOx we have MQ135. A relay circuit is used as a switching circuit for providing varying VCC to the MQ7 according to the heating cycles. 16x2 alphanumeric LCD is used for displaying the values of both the sensors. Lastly, we have the voltage regulator to provide us a constant 5-volt supply for powering. Here we have the software used, where firstly CodeWarrior Development Studio version 10.6 evaluation version is used as a coding platform for configuring the board as well as the sensors and integrating it as one whole project. In order to do that, first we have 3 support files, that is CMS, IS, DAP debugging application, which provides us as a debugging interface for ARM Cortex via OpenSDA. Secondly, we have a firmware for OpenSDA by the name Boot Update App given by PE Micro. Lastly, we have a file which converts the board into a mass storage device. The file is by the name MSD debug followed by the board name given by PE Micro. Now comes the flowchart. Flowchart gives us an idea how this design has been carried out in terms of its approach. Firstly, system specifications were classified, that is, which microcontroller to use. Here we are using FRDM KL25Z board, which is powered by a Freescale ARM Cortex M0 working on a frequency of 48 MHz. Also, we have sensors for CO and NOx measuring, temperature constraint for the device, and of course the coding platform. The hardware and software are both divided into separate regions. In software specification, we decide which software to use. Here we are using CodeWarrior DS 10.6 version. Whereas in hardware specification, we decide on which type of sensors are suitable for our design. Here we are using MQ7 for CO measurement and MQ135 for NOx measurement. Followed by this, we have the software development and hardware development phase, which go hand in hand. In software development, we test individual components, that is ADC, DAC, timers and port pins individually in simulation. Whereas in hardware development, we make all the support circuitry which is required by all the various modules used in the design. After this comes the software verification and hardware verification stage. In software verification, we run all the components together in simulation, whereas in hardware verification, we run individual components using OpenSDA. Finally, both these verification stages are merged and a full system integration of all the components is achieved. The system is then tested and calibrated according to the standards, and therefore lastly we verify whether the design meets the system specification or not. Here we have a brief schematic of our design, which includes a processing unit. In that, we have ADC, DAC and timer modules which have been used for our design. ADC is a 16-bit analog to digital converter which takes the analog value from the sensors and gives a 16-bit digital output. This output is then converted into numerics and given to the LCD for display. The DAC provides us the analog input of 1.4 volts for heating cycle of MQ7 sensors. The heating cycles are further controlled by timer module, which is nothing but a low power timer configured for 30 seconds. Both DAC and timer work together and the input is given to the relay circuit, which controls the VCC of the MQ7. Now we have the source code. Here, firstly, we talk about ADC. ADC 0 is being used with channel 0 and channel 1 set for measurement. Both the channels are configured as single-ended, as the output is not of differential nature. Further, the conversion time is set to 9.5 microsecond with interrupt enable support. That is, on every conversion an interrupt is raised and the ISR is executed. Similarly, we have various other modules like indicating LED, LCD data port, LCD enable pin, RS pin, RW pin, and then we have the DAC, which is a 12-bit DAC and gives us a digital analog value of 1.4 volt. Then we have the timer module, which is nothing but a low power module working on match on compare mode of period 30 seconds. And then lastly we have the relay control pin. After this, let us see the code of the design. Firstly, we have the main file. Here we have defined various functions for displaying various values of the sensors as well as initializing the LCD, as you can see here. Now comes the main. This is the primary function of any code, where PE low level init is a auto-generated module which consists of all the configuration of the defined modules. It uses process expert mode which automatically configures all the modules. Then comes the LCD initializations, followed by an infinite loop of measurement as well as displaying the values on both the channels. Now let us look at the event file where all the ISRs are written. Here AD1 underscore on end represents the ISR for ADC, where the displaying of value, conversion and displaying of value is done for both the channels. Also, at the same time, the timer ISR also executes, where the relay is switched according to the heating cycles and thus varying VCC is provided to the MQ7. Now let us see a demo of the project, working demo of the project. Here we have a two-wheeler at first. The first line on the LCD represents the NOx sensor value, whereas the second line represents the CO level. You can see that the CO level is varying from like in the range of 150 to 160, whereas NOx is considerably very small and in the range of 50 to 55. Now come the truck. It's a diesel truck. You can see that there, as compared to a two-wheeler, there is a significant amount of CO emission shown in the range, values in the range of 600, whereas NOx is also in the range of 70 to 80. Now this is a small carrier In this also, we can see that considerable amount of CO in the range of 650 and 600 are seen, whereas NOx is in the range of 80s and 90s. Lastly, we talk about the future scope of this project. Currently, all the analog values of the sensors are calibrated and displayed on the LCD. But it is very important to calibrate these sensors using CO meters and NOx meters in order to map them according to the ppm levels, so that this design can be further taken into a product level stage. Also, it is very important to meet the industry standards, that is like the AUTOSAR standards in automobile, so that the design is ready for production. By this, I would like to conclude this presentation. Thank you.